Hello to you and your family. I have something I want to say. My name is Paula Benson. Yesterday, I put a comment on my channel, and I want to tell you, I realized later after I put the comment and got the AI photographs, AI is biased. Let me tell you why I said that. The first part was right, the first picture was right. The comment was about how I'm learning more and more things in the music. I know what I'm trying to say. I almost said translating. No. Anyway, I'm going. It'll come to me. So the second picture, I asked AI, give me a picture of a 70-year-old pretty. Well, let me tell you this way. You better be glad I said pretty, because I usually say beautiful when I'm describing myself. To me, I don't say it to other people. And there's a reason, because it has to do with stuff that's within. Within, if you feel good about yourself, it'll project outward. Well, maybe not for you, for me. Where's my drink? So good. Papaya, coconut flakes, cinnamon, water, and that milk that keeps you from going when you have GERD. Oh, excuse me. What is that? Acid reflux. Flux, whatever. It starts with an F and an L. Let me put this down. So, as I was stating, I said, give me a picture of a 70-year-old pretty black woman sitting in front of her digital workstation, working on music. 4 pictures came up. Now, I'm describing myself. And do you know, AI had the nerves to make every last one of those women heavy with chicken fat all over her waistline. Pretty? Yes, they were pretty. Beautiful haircuts. One lady even had a smile, made me think, oh yeah. I said the nerves of them later on, later on in the day, I said the nerves of AI. AI didn't just, little machine did that. That somebody did that with their old bias self. Don't cut me off now. I'm getting to a point. So I looked at the first picture. I said, no, that ain't me. I looked at the second picture. Then I looked at the gut and the chicken fat. I said, no, At one time I couldn't even see my feet. But I worked on that, because I was vain. I said, I want to get back to that 40-year-old me. That's how I felt. So anyway, I said, no, let me go on. The second lady, her haircut was beautiful. How I used to wear my hair, but not the color. It was a bright orangey look. The fourth lady, I said, no, that's not me. Something said, look at that second picture again, Paula. And then something later on, I said, that is me. I had to laugh. But I may not have my 40-year-old shape, because I used to work out 7 days a week, because I was really, really, really trying to get into the music. And they're so biased, thinking during that time in the 90s, thinking the only person that could sing. But y'all the one at fault with that, with y'all selves. Now you see women that are full-figured even more. Now, beautiful voices, beautiful people. Well, I don't know how they are when they're around their friends, all that cussing and telling people off stuff. I don't know about that. But this looks good. And excess, that ain't got nothing to do with how you should feel about yourself. Now, this is getting a little bit too late. So anyway, that's what I wanted to tell y'all guys, that AI is biased. But sometimes it kind of comes close to you. I'm still working out. I can see my feet now. And what else I can see? My mama at 80 years old, and tell me if some of you youngsters 20, 30, 40, and 50, and 60 years old can do this. At age 80 something, my mother could touch the floor with both palms. I was in my 60s looking at her going, and then I tried and I felt something popping behind me. I said, ooh, I can't even touch my toes. I worked on that and now I can do it. Tell me, AI. Have a good day, everybody. This is just me, Paula Benson. Not venting, because I like AI in some ways, but I don't like it when it's phony baloney. Making all that money. Record labels giving you contracts and you making oodles. Can't sing a tap, but the record labels, they got some sense. If y'all like AI, they gonna make the money off of you. I like AI only on certain ways. Have a great day. Me, Paula, is it real? Bye-bye.